Oh no, I was muted. So, welcome to the weekly moon update. I unfortunately cannot be streaming live on Tarot Tuesday this week. So, I will actually be streaming live tonight. We're going to do a little plan with me and go through the energy of this week. And then I will also be streaming tarot on Wednesday on Twitch. I totally ruined the surprise because I was muted. Uh, okay, so let me repeat what I said while I was muted. This is the weekly energy report for May 8th through the 14th. I was trying to make it a surprise. So I'm going to try to be good and stay on task and go through the flow of this week just like we would if I were recording. And welcome in, Hoaxers and Amber. Thank you for joining me. I was going to try to see how long I could go and pretend that it was a recording, but I apparently failed at that because I was muted at first. So, yes, Tarot Tuesday is canceled for this week. And I don't really have a good excuse other than I was trying to be spontaneous and and buy a movie ticket for this week, and I found out that our movie theater does half off on Tuesday, so it's kind of like a BOGO deal, like buy one get one free. And I was like, oh, awesome, let's buy a ticket. And I bought the tickets, and immediately after I bought the tickets, I was like, but it's Tuesday. So I am just going to play hooky on Tuesday, but I'll be here on Wednesday instead. So as far as the moon energy goes this week, let's color in the moon phases together. We have a last quarter week. So who's ready for a last quarter week, and how was your full moon week? We can still do tarot live at the movie theater. I don't think so. I think that's probably against the rules. Well, you're not even allowed to use your phone inside this particular movie theater, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be filming in the theater. So we have a last quarter moon this week, which means the beginning of the week is a waning gibbous because we just had our full moon. So remember, gibbous means more than half full. So I usually like to start at my last quarter and work my way backwards. So you're slowly going to be drawing your line towards the center. A normal week for you, very tired. Well, how was your full moon experience? Wait, what am I doing? I'm doing this wrong. Apparently I can't talk and color at the same time. Maybe this was a bad idea. And I'm just using a regular old pencil because that way you're able to see the zodiac signs underneath. My full moon experience was kind of like hit or miss. There were times where I had these waves of like really intense emotions, but then it would kind of like settle down a bit. Okay, so Thursday you're basically coloring in half of it. And then on the other side, we're having the waning crescent. So the part that you're leaving is the crescent shape, or the part that you're not coloring in is crescent shape. So you're almost coloring all of it. And then next week we have a new moon week. What? So next Thursday is the new moon. It was a hard week for you too. Hit or miss is a good description. Yeah, it just kept like all of a sudden I would just get these like intense feelings, whether it was like anger or sadness or like frustration. And then I would just remind myself to breathe and ended up making my way through it. And then, like, on the actual day, I tried to do nothing. Like, I just didn't plan anything. I was like, whatever happens, happens. So this week, we still have a lot of energy available to us with the waxing gibbous at the beginning of the week, which is really nice because we have the Capricorn energy. So I would recommend getting anything done during that you need to get done this moon cycle, like at the beginning of the week, and then kind of like allow your energy to decrease. Hoaxers was just very sleepy, nothing to talk about the full moon. Thinking about some things and procrastinating a lot. Well, an eclipse is not necessarily a time to like be acting on something. So it's good that allow yourself a little procrastination every now and then. Okay, so back to the zodiac signs though. Right now we have a Sagittarius moon. So we shifted into Sagittarius energy yesterday. And I don't know about you, but I love Sagittarius energy. So it's kind of like a little bit more exciting than Scorpio energy. It's a really nice transition to move from Scorpio to Sagittarius. So we'll be in Sagittarius energy for most of Monday, and then around 7:33 p.m. we move into Capricorn energy. So this might be when you really want to start getting things done, like Monday evening, Tuesday, and into Wednesday, because Capricorn likes to climb the mountain and to like check those things off the to-do list. You started to get back on doing things, so yay for you. Good. I mean, we still have a lot of energy, but around this time, but I feel like lunar eclipses specifically kind of feel like more of a new moon kind of energy. So if your energy decreased around Friday and into Saturday, that's kind of understandable. Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be the day to like be really getting things done with a waxing gibbous Capricorn moon. And then around 10:06 p.m. Wednesday evening, we'll move into Aquarius, and we'll be in Aquarius energy for Wednesday evening, all day Thursday, and for most of Friday too. So it might feel like a long time to be in that energy compared to earlier this week. And I'm not really sure why that is. Like, I don't know why the void of course times are so different. I mean, I guess it's just the positioning of the actual constellations in the sky and how long it takes the moon to get there. So Thursday Aquarius energy, I just like to use Aquarius days as an excuse to be strange and unusual. So be your weird self, like do something that just like makes you happy. But I also, on air days, I like to focus on like stimulating my mind somehow, like meditating, learning, reading. But specifically with Aquarius, it might be figuring out, like, if you had any trouble getting things done on Tuesday and Wednesday, like figuring out how to do things a little bit differently. And just looking at things differently. Aquarius energy is kind of like hanged man energy. It's like, how can we approach this in a different way? How can we look at this in a completely different way? The sky just does its own thing. We shouldn't question about it. I mean, it's just got to be like where the position of the constellations are. So really early in the morning, we'll move into Pisces on Saturday, 12:39 a.m. Saturday morning. So right after midnight, we'll move into Pisces energy, and a waning Pisces moon is really nice for dreaming and just allowing yourself to feel creative, to be creative, And if you're off on Saturday or Sunday, this is a nice time to just really allow yourself to be open to being creative or being open to dreaming. Especially a waning crescent Pisces moon, because there's not a lot of energy required for like being very imaginative or creative. So that's really nice. I find that waxing Pisces moons are a little bit more conflictive, because like you have this energy, but like Pisces doesn't really need energy. It just like goes with the flow. Also, cheers to anybody that's hanging out with me live. What are you drinking this evening? I have some lemon flavored seltzer. I was really good about staying hydrated around the eclipse, and then for whatever reason, I guess maybe the fire energy on Sunday like made me stop doing it. So all day today I was or like around dinner time this evening, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't drank any water today. So I have two waters. Bubbly water and non-bubbly water. Okay, so to recap the elemental energy we've got fire today on Sunday, so we're starting off Monday with fire. So this might be a good way to like jumpstart your week, and this also might be a good time to like be looking at like what you want to start planning for the next moon cycle, because we finally this was the last eclipse of this time of year, so we just have a regular old new moon next week. So you might want to start thinking ahead, looking ahead. Sagittarius energy is good for that. And just because we have a waxing fire energy, this like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is going to be just when we have the most energy available to us. Chocolate cake. Oh my gosh, what are you making cake for? Is somebody's birthday coming up? Then Tuesday and Wednesday we have earth signs. This is finding your footing and your foundation, your stability, even your strength. If you're needing to pull from some strength, remember the earth energy is very supportive. And then Thursday and Friday we move into air, so that brings us back up into our head and allows for different ways of thinking and new ideas. And then we move into water energy that, like I said earlier, is like going with the flow energy, allowing things to just wash over you, even if they might feel intense or residual energy from the eclipse. Because I feel like this eclipse, well, first of all, the eclipses compare to each other. They pair to each other, meaning we had a Scorpio eclipse here, and then we'll have a Scorpio new moon eclipse in the fall. So like they pair with each other. So they're almost kind of like these windows or gaps of time. So it's kind of like, and they kind of bookend each other. So it's kind of like what is going to be happening in between those times, in between now and in between the fall, is kind of like all encompassed and held like in this like little eclipse container. I've even noticed the same thing with the Mercury retrograde, as I'm feeling like things that kind of came up during the Mercury retrograde in January are either resolving themselves now, or like different things or new things are being revealed, but around the same subject or idea or situation that came up back in January. So they're always kind of paired, just like we have like a new moon paired with a full moon. There's like always this like duality, because the universe likes to keep and maintain balance. What haven't we done? We need to pick a card. I'm going to work with the Beltane Oracle again this week, but let's pick a chakra card first. And if you are watching here live, I would be happy to pull a card for you for this week. I know we've been using this Beltane Oracle a lot, but I really like it, and I feel like to really get to know a deck, you just got to keep using it over and over again. It just needs some cake. I understand that. I'm kind of doing a... I tried to do a cleanse for the Reiki class that I took this week, because the person who like discovered Reiki sat and fasted on the top of a mountain for 21 days, and then like Reiki, the energy was like revealed to him after fasting and meditating for 21 days. So it's kind of encouraged to also do some sort of 21 day, not a fast, but like some like detox. But I had chocolate after dinner tonight. I'm not very good at it. I was eating a lot of fruit and like sugar coated fruit. So I was still getting a lot of sugar. Okay, what chakra should we focus on for May 8th through the 14th? I'm hoping the rest of this month is going to be kind of low key compared to like what we've been experiencing so far. Well, I feel like you can, I feel like you can use it for the whole season. Well, I mean, I didn't last very long. I only lasted a couple days. All right, what message do we have? Embodiment and light codes. Interesting. See, this week feels like a very like integrating kind of week. All right, the first one we have here is light codes, and it's a third eye chakra card. The crystal they recommend is sodalite, and the herb is mandrake root. Mandrake root always reminds me of Harry Potter. So all beings come into each lifetime with light codes they carry and transmit over the course of their lives. These multidimensional pieces of information and wisdom are shared without conscious communication. You are activating new light codes of healing right now, and you can use them to help yourself and others as you feel called. To understand more about these codes, go into meditation and consult your guides, ask for clear signs, symbols, and guidance. So I feel like this, with the embodiment card here, I feel like this is about like embodying whatever came up over the eclipse, integrating that information, integrating and maybe shedding and releasing throughout the next few weeks of like whatever you need to let go of. Now unsown from the flesh, a most alluring lullaby skills my pain as the skies bleed for my heart and the embodiment I am to claim. And the other keyword is claim. Being authentic means you get to shape yourself in the image of your choosing, and is about having ambitions and goals. If you want to lose weight, that is your right. And if you relish being large and in charge, that is also perfectly fine. It doesn't matter whether you love designer clothes and nights on the town or country life is more your speed, as all that matters is that how you are and what you do makes you happy and is something you have chosen for yourself. Embodiment invites you to explore the most ideal version of yourself. Be honest about what makes you happy. Think about what you might look like and about how you carry yourself and speak. Think about the things you do and the people you spend time with, the most ideal place for you to live, and the kind of job that inspires and motivates you. Embody that image, become that person, choose this for yourself. Ultimately, pulling this card is a sign that there are some things you'd like to change about your life, and this is confirmation that you should absolutely go for it. Don't be afraid to envision yourself in a different place from where you are now, and don't apologize for wanting more. Your dreams are yours to claim. It's kind of funny, I was working on the 2024 planner, and this was one of the things that like I was writing about for next January, of like really envisioning yourself like already having whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, whatever goal you're trying to achieve, whatever like really like what do you look like when you're experiencing that thing, or what does your environment look like, who are the people that you're with, and like truly like almost kind of like living that life as if you already have it. Like we always talk about affirmations, of speaking them as if you already have it, but then actually like embodying that and doing that thing is just like one extra step that you can take to like make all these things happen. But then also combined with the light codes too, I think this is about really integrating anything that came up for you over the eclipse, and anything that I mean, I think for me personally, this is going to be integrating like the classes that I took last week, and like since they ended up not being what I expected, to like, okay, so how can we still absorb this information and use it, and like where can I take that, and where can I go? Is there anybody else in the chat that would like a card? And then after I pull cards, I'm going to invite you to plan along with me if you have your planner handy. Or we can teleport over to Violet's premiere that is happening in about 5 minutes. So you would like to have one, Hoaxsters? Absolutely. Oh, let me take a picture of this and then I'll put it back in just in case you get that one too. It feels so strange to do this live because I'm so used to like, I'm so used to doing it like days in advance. So I'm like thinking about it in the future, but like I can think about these cards like in the now. Let me put that back up. What message do we have for Hoaxsters? Yeah, I really liked the spreads that we used last week. It's also funny that it always takes me way more than 30 minutes to film these, so I don't know why it only took me 30 minutes to go through it. I usually have to like edit out so much. All right, what message do we have for Hoagsters? Did you get this? Somebody got this card the last time we used it. Number 13, lucky 13. Confidence and sure-footedness. Oops. Goat is a wonderful card to receive. Its presence in your reading being a sign that ideas, opportunities, and projects are entering your life at this time. You may not see this taking place yet, but trust that things are happening behind the scenes and will soon become known to you. Your task when receiving this card is to believe in yourself and your gifts. Have you been afraid to reach for bigger goals? Have you limited yourself because you do not believe you are capable of achieving greater things? Goat is here to challenge you to step outside of your comfort zone and scale a bigger mountain, as goat only needs a few inches of space to keep their footing. You only need to take small steps to work towards your dreams. You may not have what you need to cross the finish line, but each small action pushes you one step closer. Perhaps you have already achieved much, but wonder if you can reach even greater heights. No matter your step on the success journey, know that talent is only a part of the equation. The only thing truly needed to rise is believing that you can. The rest can be learned as you go. This is a very Capricorn-y card, and I don't know if they did this on purpose, but we usually have a Capricorn full moon, and there's a full moon here. I think next month we'll have a Capricorn, sometime in the summer. So not near Beltane. I think it might be 2 months from now. You do remember that? I know somebody got it because I remember the image, I remember the third eye, and I remember thinking, oh, Capricorn full moon. We have a Capricorn full moon sometime soon. I think it's usually during Gemini season, but July. Oh, well, look at we could look right here. Oh my goodness, because that's where our stickers are. July 3rd is the Capricorn full moon. Look at that. Alrighty. Actually, this would be totally perfect timing if we went and teleported over to Violet's channel. I'm going to grab her link really quick. Because, yeah, it's actually right on the countdown. So, sorry that I totally ruined the surprise. If you like watching these movies live, I will maybe plan ahead so that you guys can bring your planner and plan with me if you wanted to. So I added the link into the chat there if you want to teleport over to Violet's channel. She's premiering a video and it's actually right on the countdown right now. If you are watching this, if you're watching the recording of this, go check out that. I'll put the link in the description for Violet's channel so that you can go check out her video premiere or after it premieres. Thank you for hanging out with me, you guys. Sorry, I kind of ruined the surprise. But maybe we can plan more in the future. And I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you again for watching, and make sure hopefully I'll see you over in Violet's chat right now. Bye guys.